Hey kids, it's Feel Good Friday. So Firestone once again invited me to be a part of another cool event that they had out at Maplewood High School just outside of Nashville. So they flew me out there. This story is so inspiring. My wife and I were both in tears after talking to and while talking to TJ Williams. It's a testament to what one person can do to help change the direction of so many lives if they just put themselves out there. I had a tough time editing these interviews, not only with her, but also with Jose Lara, because they're both such fine people, it's hard to cut stuff out. Before I share the video with you, I do have a dad joke for you. So last night, I dreamed I was a car muffler. I woke up exhausted. So here's the video. Here we are arriving at the high school. So here's my interview with the amazing TJ Williams. So she had a vision for starting this up, and I want to hear a little bit about it. So tell us a little about it.
So when I came here in 2007, this place wasn't conducive to learning. You would not have put trash in here. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
No lighting, tore up, no good equipment.
So were these bays?
The bays were here. They had these old, I don't know if you remember the full chain doors. So I had all those changed to these power doors because I said, you're going to tear up the kids' rotator cuff. They were the old ones, right?
Okay.
The parking lot, potholes, like they didn't care. So when you walked inside of here, there was golf balls. You could tell there was no teaching going on. And so when I looked at the shop, I said, hey, y'all can't have kids in here. Then you can do some learning.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we don't have any money. I said, well, I need to go because it's going to take some money to get this, right?
Yeah.
And so I saw the vision, and it was like first cleanup, right?
Yeah.
So I called some friends with dump trucks. We can everything out of here, right? And this floor right here behind us had a hole in it, and he had allowed the kids to just dump oil in. So that was an EPA problem, right? So then I was told, well, you got to get a partner. Nobody wanted a partner, maybe, right? So I called folks that I know because I've been in this business almost 40 years.
Yeah.
So it all started to come together.
Yeah.
So then your biggest thing is in a high school, you got to recruit. So all these programs, you got to say what makes your program so great. So the kids got in, and then you heard Jose this morning.
Yeah.
These kids they already come from high poverty, high crime, so you know that, right? So the last thing a kid wants to hear is you're poor. So my thing is, let me show you how to get out of it. So you tell them education and a trade, right? You might want to be a lawyer later, but you're not going to walk out of high school and become a lawyer. You can walk out of high school with a skill, right? So, like Jose's story, he went through some stuff, and I told him a few minutes ago, I said, I don't tell that part where you almost lost your life because that's your testimony. But I did go to the hospital, and I told him, you really messed up.
Yeah.
Because I've always told the kids, I love you, and I'll feed you. If you're hungry, I'll feed you. The kids come in dirty. I've got clothes up there. I've got soap. I've got everything but underclothes. That's personal. I don't do underclothes. And I'll call the coach and say, my boys need underclothes. You know, here's some money. Go to Walmart. So just the regular, everyday blessings that we have, we're going to get up and turn the light on. They don't have that.
Yeah.
And so like Jose said, he had some days he was hungry, but he ate here. So I can look at my kids, even today, I can look at my kids and say, no food, right? And they'll tell you, I need a bath. Like, so it's like a baby that's uncared for. If you don't change that diaper, that baby's gonna cry, right?
Yeah.
Well, these almost grown people, they're crying out. And it's one or two things. Either recognize the need and supply the need, or the consequences is it turns criminal. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
And so I told the kids, it was the first year, I said, look, I know how y'all live. We have a real bad gang problem over here. And they were gonna close our school. And I said to the kids, I said, look, I live in Spring Hill, but if you get hungry, here's my number, call me, I'll drive you to town. And on this particular week, the kid didn't call me. His mother had actually put him out. He rode around on a bicycle all weekend. He said, Miss TJ, I'm so hungry. He said, I'm gonna be honest, I was gonna rob a woman at the store, and I remembered what you said. And I just thought if I could make it till Monday, you'd feed me. that did something to me, and I said, okay. And that kid went on to do some great things. But reality is, it may look all shiny, but the kids are going through stuff that adults don't go through. So before I can be a teacher, I'm a servant. And so when I see a need and God allows me to supply it, I just do it. And so when we partnered with Bridgestone, Miss Chris over there showed she and the president at the time that we did this pantry. And it was nothing but tears back then. They said, look, don't you spend another dime. We know teachers don't make that kind of money. Let us know what you want. So what's happened up until today, and Advance is gonna feel it. Bridgestone has an Amazon wish list set up, and all I'm to do is just go in and say what I wish, and of course, they send you more, right?
Yeah.
But all the kids, every weekend, you tell me what you need in your house, I make sure you got it. Back in the back, I got a freezer I normally keep meat in, and the freezer went out, and that's what I was telling Carla. I lost all meat. And so they just fixed the freezer yesterday, but the guy said, don't put no meat in there. I said, so that freezer ain't really fixed, right? Yeah. But like quick sandwiches and stuff like that, we got that. So we feed the kids, send them home what they need on the weekend. I have some kids that'll say, we just need bread. Well, how much bread do you need? 15 loaves? I have enough bread convention. But I mean, if that's what they need, that's what they need, you know. So it's about supplying the needs, developing a relationship. They'll tell you stuff you don't want to know. Knowing their families, helping out in the community. Up until we changed administration, I used to give 10 to 12 cars away at graduation. So these cars are mine, but I would get cars and get kids fixed. And then at graduation, y'all might not know who's gonna get it, but right before graduation, and you'll set the keys in the title, and you'll set the keys in the title, because you're either trying to go to college, go to work, or your family needs a car.
Yeah.
And the deal is, when God blesses you to get up on your feet, you give back.
Yeah.
And so we've had a couple of kids come back and give back, and we still got a couple of kids still driving their cars.
Yeah.
So now with the change in the administration, my ministry in Murfreesboro, if I wanted to give cars away, I still could.
Yeah.
But it's about, I know, and I said this some years ago, I know that Oprah gave some red cars away on her show. I'm not Oprah, but I've been giving cars away for a long time. I taught college in East St. Louis, and they've been down so long to get what's on their mind. It was automotive. And you could walk out and see dead bodies. That's how they live. And so when I saw grown people get a car, and I said, look, if you can't do better for yourself, you don't want to, because here's your way out. You got your education. Here's your keys and the title. Here's the instrument. Let's go. Yeah. And then when I came here, I was like, this is a replica of East St. Louis, but these kids are younger. Yeah. So they're like a sponge and more absorbent. You got to get through their hardcore. Yeah. And they'll tell you, that's a mean old woman. It's not so much mean, it's called tough love, right? But they have to learn some self-respect and some respect, and their color doesn't matter. You can have anything you want in life. And so this is really, I tell folk I love my job, because my job is my ministry. It ain't a job, it's a ministry. Yeah. I know that every day I'm going to serve, you know, and you just have to do what, and he just keeps providing. So. Yeah.
Well, that was, we're both tearing up here.
Oh! So it is what it is.
You are awesome. I'm so proud of you and what you've done here. It's so amazing.
Thank you.
So here's my brief interview with Jose Lara. I'm here with Jose Lara, and he's a testimony of what an amazing thing Firestone partnering with TJ at this school has done. And so, can you share a little bit of your story?
So, I came to Maplewood 2007, stayed with Miss TJ all 4 years, and we really didn't have much to learn off of, but some simple books and maybe some parts that we could learn off of, and just her not ever giving up on me and showing me and truly just taking the time to mold me into the person that I am today really reflects on how successful I've become within Bridgestone and within the company. And I'm just so blessed to be a part of something so great with the school and working for Bridgestone and all that.
And it's changed your life. You shared a little bit more. I don't know how comfortable you feel, but when you kind of came from a background.
I came from a rough background. I had a really rough, I guess you could say, childhood growing up, you know, making the wrong decisions, falling under peer pressure, doing the wrong things, and then ultimately almost costing me my life, you know, playing with stuff like that. And And just having Miss TJ to back me up and really help me be a better person, turn a new leaf, as you would say.
Yeah.
To be a better person in general, and it really made me realize that life is nothing to play with.
Yeah.
And let's take advantage of each and every day.
Yeah, you're a walking example of somebody that can turn their life around.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
It's not impossible.
yeah, well, it seems like TJ was a big part of that, kind of giving you a ray of hope
Yes.
that, hey, you don't have to choose to do this, you can do something.
Absolutely.
So much. Yeah.
You don't have to run with the wrong crowd to be cool. You can be cool in your own way, right?
Yeah.
So the biggest thing for me was when I realized that, even though I almost realized it too late,
Yeah.
that I can just be my own person, I started having people follow me and want to do the same path that I was doing now that I turned over a leaf. And that was great in itself. I feel like, I'm at that point, I'm a natural born leader.
Yeah.
I feel,
Yeah.
right. I had other friends that would follow and try to do the same things I was doing and
Yeah.
work for the company I was working for, and really just investing time. That's like the biggest thing, right?
Yeah.
Just investing time in a company or with someone. You really do see results,
Yeah.
and I'm the proof, living
Yeah,
proof
I
of
love it.
results.
You're a walking
Yes.
testimony of her caring about, if I change one life, it's worth it.
Exactly.
And so,
That's all that
yeah,
matters.
and that's something you can do now. You can take that torch and you can
Yeah, and that's
help
my
another and inspire others to help others.
And that's what I
Pretty
want to
soon it
do,
snowballs.
because I know that there's students out there, people out there that are struggling, and they think that there's no way out, that they think running in the streets is the only way. It's absolutely not.
Right.
You definitely can turn a new leaf, and you can definitely be a different person and attempt. Change is scary,
Yeah.
but
sure
when you
it is.
change it and you change for the positive, it's a great thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you have the right people to back you,
Yeah.
and you have the right mentality and all of that, I feel like you can go very far.
Yeah. I love it. It's so cool. I probably sit and talk to you. For
Oh
hours, 'cause
yeah, we
you're-
could probably
you're
sit down,
inspired.
have dinner, and talk about it, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
So you're married?
I am.
Yeah,
Yes,
congratulations.
I'm
That's
married, 2 kids with
2
one on the
kids.
way.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so
Okay.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah. How
And
old are your kids?
I have one that's my daughter. She's 10, and my son is 7.
Okay.
So they're growing up really fast, and then I
Oh,
have
yeah.
one on the way, cooking in the oven. So,
Okay,
yeah,
awesome. That's
it's
very
exciting.
cool. That's being a dad is a very huge responsibility. So.
And I watch your videos to just learn just simple things
Oh,
and
good.
how impactful that is for not just myself but for everyone. To learn how to tie a tie, to learn how to do certain things in life. It's just you help so many, and you touch so many lives that way. You've touched mine because I've definitely seen plenty of your videos,
Oh,
and it's
nice.
definitely very helpful.
Oh, wow.
But I can only imagine, how many more you've been able to help and touch.
Well, thank you. God has given me this platform, and I feel like I'm just trying to be faithful and try to do what He's blessed me. I'm just trying to be a blessing to others.
You're doing great.
Well, thank you. That's very cool. Well, you're awesome. Appreciate
so
you.
much.
Okay.
Here's Jose inspiring these young students. So I just want to show you around real quick. This is the outside, of course, with all the different bays. It really just looks like a mini Firestone shop. It's pretty cool. So here's some video and some still photos from around the shop. Just wanted you to be able to see what TJ was able to accomplish with the help from Firestone, as well as some other companies that have made donations too. Pretty cool. They even have a counter and a mini showroom so the students can learn that part of the business as well. It was so great meeting my new friend Jose. I met the mayor of Nashville, and of course my new friend TJ. Near the end of this event, they handed out backpacks to all the students full of all kinds of different goodies. Pretty cool.
I am Ms. TJ Williams. I am the automotive teacher at Maplewood High School, where I've been here 16 years. I do approve this message.
So after spending time with TJ, I told her she was a walking blessing. I thought that was such a great way to describe her. So thank you, Firestone, for including me in another feel-good story and for continuing to support my mission of encouraging and empowering people. I hope you all enjoyed sharing this moment, and God bless you.